Welcome back, you bloody legends. It's Aussie Gamer 17 with another edition of Achievement College, my step-by-step guide to getting you that gamer score. And this is part one of my 100% walkthrough for Evil West. We are going to be going through this game, getting all of the achievements. So it's a 100% walkthrough, and I have practiced the game before making these videos. A few things to explain before we get into it. We do need to do 2 playthroughs of the game. You need to beat the game on New Game Plus. We're going to do the first playthrough on the easiest difficulty, and the second playthrough, if you do it that way, you have to do on the hardest difficulty. I do not recommend starting your first playthrough on the hardest difficulty. You get to play the second playthrough on New Game Plus with all your upgrades and your character, not starting fresh. And it is I've tried it. It is super hard to play on the hardest difficulty right from the start. So we're going to go through and get all of the collectibles. The other thing we have to do is we have to get all the collectibles twice, really, all the money collectibles, that is, in order to get enough money to upgrade all of our weapons all the way. There's another achievement for that. And we have to do some boss fights in certain ways. We're going to try and get all of those out of the way on our first playthrough. But I haven't decided yet whether I'll make a video at the end of the second playthrough and go back and beat those bosses with all our upgrades in the ways that you have to for certain achievements. But more on those as we do them, guys. At this stage, I'm going to do 1 video per chapter. There are 16 chapters in the game, which would mean 32 videos roughly. But I may end up putting 1 or 2 chapters together into a single video. I'm not sure. But for now, chapter 1, let's do it. Let's go into new game. We are going to change the difficulty down to story, true death mode. We definitely don't want that. And I am going to be playing with aim support assisted for now. We are at some point going to have to change that to off in order to get a different achievement as well. But for now, we're going to play like that and go down. Oh, I'll put the brightness up to help the video, and I think that's it. Let's go.
Since the time of the founding fathers, dark forces have been preying on America. As the fight against these vampires continued, a secret organization has trained people with remarkable skills. The agent's duty is to protect ordinary people from the forces of evil.
I'm actually excited to see this. For those that don't already know how I do things, guys, I like to enjoy the story along with the walkthrough because in my practice runs, I have skipped all cinematics, so I really don't know what's going on in the story, and I'm going to enjoy it with you guys. And I love this style. Sort of a western with vampires is what I'm picking up, really, and monsters and stuff, but yeah, it's so cool so far. Chaps his ass.
While we're on the dynamite, Chester will be none too chatty with his guts sprayed all over a train carriage.
I know how to shape an explosion, Edgar.
Ba-boom! Had to say it, guys. Had to say it. If you're a member of the channel, spam those in the comments.
Yeah.
Do it, do it, do it.
Arrow's not gonna be happy about the bridge.
Arrow could suck my dick. He's the Secretary of War, not the Secretary of Bridges. Let's go have a look-see.
He can what?
I go high.
Oh, guys, I had no idea the cutscenes were going to be that cool and that long and stuff. That's awesome. I'm loving it already. Want to get to know this story a little bit now that I've been playing for quite a few hours in this game. So Alright, so just move forward. You don't have to press any button to go across this ledge other than your movement controls. And same with this jump as well. He'll do that automatically. Oh, I forgot to say goodbye to my horse. Oh well. Bad luck. And just follow the path. The game's quite linear, guys. You shouldn't have too much trouble knowing where to go, but you do have to go off the beaten path for the collectibles. While I say that, let's go into our menu. Go press LB to go to lore, and you can see down the bottom right hand side we have got 0 of 2. That's sort of story type collectibles. 0 of 0, that's chests, so no chests in this level, and 0 of 9 cash collectibles or bucks. So we need 11 collectibles in this level. There aren't any chests, and I'll show you where all of those are. Let's do it. All right, when you get up to here, you press the A button if you're on Xbox to grapple down, basically. And then turn around and get our first cash collectible, $66 dues. All right, now guys, before I go any further, the other thing we're going to work on in this mission, other than collectibles, is some of the combat-related achievements. The first one is, what is it called? Meteor Ball or something. But it's for doing 50 cannonball attacks. Now, if you hold forward and hold the RB button, or R1, depending on what you're playing on, you'll do a melee. But if you hold it, he does some sort of uppercut. And if you keep holding both buttons, so don't let go of forward or the RB button, and if you hit an enemy with that, he'll also jump up and do a follow-up attack, which I'll show you in a second, and that's called a cannonball. We need to do 50 of those in order to get an achievement, so that's the first combat-related achievement we'll be working on, and I'll try and keep it to 1 or 2 at a time, combat-related achievements that we work on. All right, so let's move forward and get to our first enemy and try it out. And there is our first enemy, whatever you... a leech goblin, let's call him. Alright, so hold forward and then hold RB when you get close enough. And you'll do that sort of jump attack. I'm going to wait for him to come back over here because we want to do as many of these on him as we can. Let's do another one. That'll probably kill him though. Yep, so he's dead. Now, I didn't get a chance to show you, but we weren't allowed to cross over here until that guy was dead. And that's the same with all the enemy encounters. You have to kill everyone before the game will let you move on. Alright, and we should get some more enemies through here. That move, by the way, that we're doing, the cannonball, the game won't teach us it until later in the game. Here it's just teaching you about dodging and rolling. More on that later. But we can actually do the cannonball from right at the start, obviously. Let's do some on him. Don't worry about the other guy. And can we do one more? No. Alright, one for you. And yeah, so we'll get 50 of these pretty quickly before the end of this video, hopefully. But we are going to work on some other combat-related achievements in this same video. All on Chapter 1, guys. Alright. Okay, you usually hear some sort of sound that tells you that the game's over. We need to go that way, but before we do, make sure you go back over here, back and to the right. Go up to this chest and press the A button. Get some dollary dues. Yum, yum, yum. And then jump back over. And once again, before you go into the train carriage, go to the right, head down here and get some more dollary dues. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, and now we can go through the carriage. And inside the carriage, before you jump out, make sure you stop on the left here and grab our first lore collectible.
Born 1857, 1864, 1881. Arranged in order of vintage like fine wines.
Hey, thanks, Jesse. All right, you can have a read of the side if you want to. I'll let any of the reading I'll let you guys do if you're playing along. I'm not going to stop and read everything. All right, and then we'll get our next cash collectible right here. See, a lot of them aren't missable, but some are, guys, and I'm going to show you where every single one in every single mission is. And moving on. We'll get some more enemies here. The game's going to teach you a few little bits of combat. I'll let you guys sort of learn that yourselves I'll point out the stuff that's actually important for us, which at the moment is just cannonball. So do as many cannonballs as we can. I accidentally wasted a cannonball there. All right, you. And you. Can I give you one more? Nah, you'll die. Now, by the way, the game is going to also tell us to heal by using the B button. Make sure you press that as soon as it comes up on screen. I've heard of not being able to get past this little... Yeah, see? I pressed it straight away there. It takes half your health off you, even if you don't take any damage in this fight. I thought that was the case. But make sure you press it. These enemies, some enemies can drop little red balls, and that will heal you as well. So you don't want to pick that up and then not be able to press B, because you actually can't go under here if you don't press the B button. Anyway, just a little thing to be wary of. Shouldn't matter too much. All right, more cannonballs here. Is this where it's sort of... No, it's teaching you the first part of the cannonball, but not the second. Now, you can actually cannonball them off the edge. There's a cliff over there. So I like to make sure that I face over here to do my cannonball. Hit him towards the cliff face so he can't fall to his death. Let's see if we can... Yeah, just finish him like that. Same with these enemies. I'm not worried about taking hits like that. You can have a cannonball. Hey! Wait your turn. I'm just trying not to send them flying off the edge so that I don't get enough cannonballs on them. Nah, this guy's finished anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so that's health there. Can't pick it up, obviously, because I am full. Once you've taken care of those enemies, you can use your whip to get across here and get the next collectible off to the right. Pretty easy one, 47 bucks, and then we can go down here. The reason I just sort of paused there for a second, guys, is it's going to teach us to cannonball now, and it's going to teach us to cannonball enemies into those traps, and it will instant kill them. I can't aim because we don't have a gun yet. I was going to aim at the trap and show you what I'm talking about. I'm sure you can see it, or you're about to see it. The first one I'm going to do anyway, just as an example, but then I'm going to try not to cannonball them into traps so that we get to do extra cannonballs. It doesn't always work, though, because it sort of auto-aims at the traps. So there it's teaching us to cannonball into a trap, like so. Let's do it to this guy. Just auto does it, and it's an instant kill. I'm going to try not to cannonball this guy into it. Oh, there we go. I'm not good at this sometimes. There we go, another cannonball. Try not to send him off the edge. We can do a cannonball into a trap now because he's going to die either way. And that guy... Oh, that's the guy from before. I thought he was dead. Right, you. Okay, now we can cannonball him into the trap because he's nearly dead. There we go. And your turn. You want to go in the trap? Okay. Awesome. Heaps of cannonballs. I think we've opened it up now. Full health. Now, if you do use your health, if you find yourself low and you've got to press the B button, it takes time to recharge before you can use it again, or you can pick up the red stuff when the enemies drop it to heal as well. All right, head across here. Using A. And before I drop down here, we're going to come across a new enemy, a brute, and we can do 3 cannonballs on him without killing him, and then we're going to work on the other type of combat related achievement I want to get, which is for getting 15 sort of finishing moves. If you just tap the RB button, you're going to do normal melee. And when the guy is really close to death, it happens randomly. It doesn't happen on all enemies. Sometimes he'll flash, like flash yellow. And if you press RB then, you'll get to do a finishing move. So the best way to get the finishing move and pull it off is just to spam the RB button over and over and over once they're low on health. So we can do 3 cannonballs on a brute and then spam the RB button to get a finisher on him. Let's see. It won't work every time, but we'll get 15 of them before too long anyway. All right, here he is. So 3 cannonballs first. You probably could do 4, but I'm just going to do 3. Oh, and it also teaches you about kicking them. Let's do that. Hit the right thumbstick and it sort of breaks up his attack. But let's do 2 more cannonballs. Oops, he got me. Alright, last cannonball. Oops, wrong button. And now I'm going to spam. Alright, now it's telling me I've got the, whatchamacallit, I think the finisher. Alright, so you grab his weapon and finish him off. And I got some health off him. Took a couple of hits off him while I'm trying to explain it, guys. Alright, jump over here and then make sure you go to your right. Grab the next cash pickup. $56 dues. Alright, then hop down here. And he's going to help us. So I'm going to try and take out the smaller enemies first before he kills them all on us. So head over. I said the smaller enemies, Aussie. Alright, this guy. Going to get an insta-kill on him, but at least I got a thingamajig. Got a cannonball on him as well. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Accidentally healed. I've been playing a different game. Alright, so get 3 cannonballs on him maybe. Just depends. Watch his health. Alright, now let's try and get a finisher. Hey. Yeah, got the finisher. So that's 2 out of 15 on that. Anybody want to tell me how many... Oh, there we go. We've got another brute. How many cannonballs we've done yet? Alright, get 3 cannonballs on him. And then spam. Hey. There we go. Another finisher. I got no idea how many cannonballs we've done. Oh, let's do another cannonball. You can try and do a finisher too on this guy. There we go. That's a finisher, even though it clipped through the train thingy. Try not to hit him off the edge. Let's try and get a finisher on this guy. There we go. Another finisher, another clipping. Didn't work. Alright, I think that's all the enemies. And you know that all the enemies are dead because it'll let you jump up here. And as soon as you do climb up, make sure you head to the left and drop down into this carriage and grab the next collectible, $23 dues. And we can climb back out and continue along the path we're supposed to take. We need to grapple off here, or grapple across. Next collectible is up ahead. After this first burning carriage, in between these two, over here is our second of 2 lore collectibles.
Hey boyo, guess who's riding in first class and responsible for the biggest delivery in gathering history? Remember when the dream of attending the gathering was just that? Wishful thinking. But I am on my way, soon to be hobnobbing with the creme de la creme. The oldest, the wisest, the most powerful. This is where it begins. If I play this right, in 100 years, I'll be the one being catered to by human douchebags like you. That's it for now. I must bid you adieu. There's still much to do, and I can't louse this up. Yours truly, Chester, the Catering King.
Okay, guys, I wasn't going to let those all play, but I wanted to hear Chester after seeing him in that cutscene. But if you watch this in the first day or 2 of me releasing it before I put out the next couple of parts, let me know if you want me to let those play or if I should just skip them and continue on, guys. I want to know what you guys prefer, especially the hardcore Aussie Army members that are watching from the start. Alright, let me know. Once you've got that, continue down here. Now, when we cross over here, we're going to get our first gun. Now, there's an achievement for killing 10 enemies in a row without using our gun after we obtain the gun. The first enemy that we see after getting this gun, we have to shoot. We can't get to him to melee him. But after that, we're going to try and get 10 melee kills in a row. If we're lucky, we'll get 10 melee kills before the end of this level. If not, I'll do it in the next video. I'll show it in the next video either way, but we're going to try and do it in this video as well. Alright, that's the plan. Let's go. I don't know how we get the gun, but all of a sudden we just happen to have the gun once we get across here. Doesn't make any sense to me. Post a comment if you know how we just magically get the gun. I'm going to just look up at him, hold RT to finish this guy off. Reloading. Oops. Maybe I had to be a bit closer. Alright, now we're going to try and melee attack everyone else. I'm going to try not to hit these guys off the map so that I can get these kills and get some more cannonballs. Try and count them too. I never can keep count. I'm going to just try and get a... There we go. Got a finisher on him. So that's 1. I can count that far. 1's easy enough to count to. Alright. Cannonball for you. Cannonball for you. Oh, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Try and do a finisher. No. Try and do a finisher on you. No, you're going to be alright. Oh, no. There we go. Finisher. So that's 3. That's definitely 3. Oh, okay. We're going to get a couple of cannonballs on the boss here. Oops. Missed. I mean, not boss, but brute. That's what I'm trying to say. Another brute. Take that. Oops. Another cannonball on you. Oh, I'm trying to roll out of the way. Alright, that is the Monster Ball achievement. And that is for 50 cannonballs. So now we can just do normal melee to try and get some finishes. Oops, I thought he was glowing for my... there we go. Finisher for you. Need some health. There we go. Oh, I accidentally pressed the heal button again. My bad. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. There we go. Another finisher. So what's that? 5? We definitely got 5 kills there. And I got all the health. Alright, so we're up to 5 kills. I can count. This is awesome. Alright, through the carriage. You have to punch the end. No collectibles here, don't worry. Once you get to this, you have to grapple this stuff out of here. Makes a bridge that we can get across here on. Go across. Climb up here. Alright, same here. We're going to just try and get some finishes on these guys. So this would be 6 and 7. Didn't get a finisher. Same with this guy. There we go, got a finisher. So that's 6 and 7 in terms of enemies killed without using our gun. That always happens, don't worry. No harm done. And straight ahead should be our next collectible. Punch the box and get the bucks. And once you pick that up, guys, we can head under here. And the final collectible is up this hill and to the right.
I can smell you, Chess.
So run up, go around to the right, and grab the $60 dues there. Then go into the menu and go to lore. Make sure you've got 2 out of 2 and 9 out of 9 down the bottom right there. If you haven't got all that and you can't get back to whichever one you've missed, you're going to have to start again, guys. So make sure you keep track of those through each chapter as we go. All right, now we've got to go through to the end of the chapter. I just got lost. There we go. Wait, that's where we came from. All right, I'm not lost now. Up there. Get the chain down. And up we go. Just hit the A button to grab onto the chain. Next lot of enemies will be through this gap. And we've got our buddy helping us again by throwing dynamite right where we're standing most of the time. All right, let's try and get, what do we need? 3 more kills. Just gonna... Hey, wasn't ready. Try and get a finisher here. There we go. So that's number 8. Gonna focus on this smaller guy before he dies to the dynamite. Come on. See, I don't know if I got a kill there or that dynamite did. That's where it gets confusing. Oh, I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Hey. Alright, I just had to heal and I gotta finish up. That's at least 9, right? Did you really kill all the rest of them though? See, that's only 9 and I'm not sure if the boss counts, so we might have to wait till the next video unless we get it for killing the boss. We won't use our gun on the boss, and don't worry, he's not tough. Not on this difficulty. Alright, run up to him. Just use our cannonball for a bit. You can also do his kick. When you see him glowing, do the kick. Sort of interrupts his attack. Another cannonball for you, mate. So that was... whoops. I forgot to do the kick. So that was the dynamite that hit me. Alright, nearly finished. Just keep tapping the RB button so we get the finisher. And there we go. Yeah, so we didn't get 10 kills. That's the last enemy of the chapter. Alright, grab that. Now, guys, I want to say thanks for watching. We're going to watch the end cutscene, but I want to say thanks for watching and following along, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, post a comment. All those things really help the channel. And, of course, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support my channel by more than that, hit the join button here on YouTube and become a member. You can use some cool emotes and stuff like that in the chat when I finally start live streaming again, or just in the comments. And think of coming over to Patreon, where you can become a member of Aussie's Army for just $1. Links are in the video description, guys. Really appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and let's watch this cutscene, and that'll be the end of the video.
Young Rentier, still on your father's leash, I see.
Heard you were on your way to the gathering, Chess. What's this? Catering?
Catering.
No idea what you're...
That big shiny ball out there is no good for your sensitive skin.
The sun's not to know what they'll do to me.
Fun game. Let's test that theory.
No, Richard, stop! Belmontville! The gathering's in Belmontville!
Excellent choice, Chester. And since you're feeling so damn helpful, we're gonna be needing a guide. Consider it a promotion. Give a shit.
Belmontville's a long way from the manor. We're on a clock here.
We've been hunting Debano for 3 months. What's another few hours?
Have it your way. But your father's gonna have your ass as an ashtray if we don't make that presentation.
You're retired. What's he gonna do? Fire you?
Now, I guess this is technically the start of Chapter 2, but I'll wait for the cutscene to end, and that's where we'll end the video. And we'll pick up Chapter 2 at the end of this cutscene.
We're gonna be walking blind into a damn maze.
Part 2, I guess, I mean.
Here's telling the truth. Debano's gonna be right in the middle of it.
I don't think I'm in a position to lie, do you?
They're dragging him along in the coffin.
Spirit, Chester. Now you lift those fancy illusions, and who knows? Maybe you'll make it out of this after all.
The glamour.
Lift the illusions. What does that mean? Is that something there?
You want a limitation? How about walking around without a head?
Can he walk without a head? Now I want to know.
Crawling with familiars. No question.
And where do you think you're going?
Judging by that tone of yours, sounds like I'm making sure Fancy Pants here doesn't make a run for it.
In broad daylight. That's why we need familiars. I'm starting to question your qualifications for this job.
Those ass-licking tip lovers should be shot on sight. What the hell? Maybe we can play with dynamite out here too. Right, Jess? I'll make you a new waistcoat.
I don't believe my tailor would like that.
He reminds me of Floki from Vikings, Chess.
Eat me.
Alright, and there's the bell, guys. You know what that means. Yes, we did get a gun, but that's not what the bell means. The bell means class dismissed.